It's been a while, but I'm back making with Miss Jessi. But as you can see, I'm not at the JCC. I'm at a friend of mine's house, and this is my friend. Hi. This is my friend Danile, and with a little arm twisting, I've convinced her to let me come into her home so that she can teach me how to make
chocolate chip mandel bread for Passover.
Because ready or not, Passover is coming. Danile, I don't think we're ready.
No, not yet.
Okay, so let's get ready. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. I think that's much better.
Great.
Don't you wish you could just get dressed that way every day? It's so easy.
Every day.
Very
Twice
efficient.
a day.
Twice a day.
Well, when you get home from the gym,
It's
you gotta
true.
get dressed again.
Okay, so we're making Passover Mandel Bread. What do we need?
We need 3 eggs, sugar, oil, water, chocolate chips, orange juice, and kosher for Passover cake meal.
Okay, and we have all those things, and Danile really likes Food Network, so she has them already pre-measured. Looks like we also need a stand mixer or a hand mixer, something to mix everything up. What else do we need?
A baking pan
Baking pan.
and an oven.
Okay, I think we're ready to go.
We're ready.
Let's start it up.
Okay, so the first step is to cream the eggs and the sugar. So it's 1 cup of sugar and 3 eggs.
Those are some
Wow,
hard
it must be
eggs.
frozen.
Those are some hard eggs.
Wow.
I thought it was hard boiled for a second there.
No. Okay, so we're gonna turn that down, put that on. I'll close that, turn it on. Start mixing a little bit, and we have to cream them until they're light yellow.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna add the oil, 1/2 cup of oil.
Okay.
Just 1/2 cup, yes.
Passover dishes always use so much oil.
I know.
You'd think it was Hanukkah. 1/2 cup of oil, and then
water?
3 tablespoons of water.
Okay,
Okay.
and then until blended. And we're gonna put in 1 cup of chocolate chips
Nice.
and 2 teaspoons of orange juice.
I love orange and chocolate together.
And we'll just mix that a little bit. Probably don't have to do that, but we'll do it anyway, just to mix it around. And then we'll add 2 cups of cake meal.
There you go. Here's your Passover.
I do a little bit at a time because it sprays and gets flour everywhere.
So the dough has chilled. We need to get our pan ready to go, and then we'll start forming our mandel bread.
Okay, so we just spray it with oil, and then we dust it with cake flour.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna let Danile make the mess because it's her kitchen.
I like to use my fingers just to make sure it covers everything, even though you're not reaching the edges, but
Yeah, whatever.
yeah. Okay.
There's the cake meal.
It doesn't take a lot to spread around. You just shake it around.
Ooh.
Ta-da!
Perfect.
Okay, so now we'll take it out of the refrigerator.
So we have our dough. Oh, so that's got pretty solid.
Stiff.
This is such a Passover thing because I've never made
Nothing's
mandel bread where
easy,
you
right?
put it in the refrigerator.
Well, you saw how loose it was.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it
true.
wasn't that loose. It was stiff, but I don't. Okay. Here we go.
Thunk.
Plunk.
Oh, look at those chocolate chips.
This recipe has a lot of chips. I have to
There.
admit, you could reduce it if you wanted to. It even says you could add nuts, but that would just be too much. Or reduce the chips and add nuts.
Yeah, you could probably add dried fruit to it if you'd like to.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, like anything, mandel bread, you can make your variation.
It's always the
Okay,
base.
so I'm gonna wet my hands.
Okay. So Danielle's gonna wet her hands, and then we're gonna divide this into 3 pieces.
3 loaves.
Three pieces, and we're gonna make loaves with it.
One. 3.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Let me wet my hands, and I'll
I'm
help
gonna
you.
do 1, yeah. So, you know, you don't want it to be too thin because you don't want it to crisp. You want it to be nice and thick so that when you cut it, like regular mandel bread, it makes a nice size loaf.
So you're kind of making.
But since they don't expand, you have to remember to not make it too thick.
Ah, okay. So you're what, about an inch or so thick? Tall?
Yeah, I guess. Square it up so that when you slice it, you get a good piece. See? There we go.
That works.
Oh, we got three pretty good, almost even loaves.
Yeah. So we have the oven preheating to 375,
Correct.
and these are going to take only about 20 minutes. And that you can see, Danielle's fixing my loaf.
I just want it to be tight so that when we cut it, it doesn't fall apart.
Yeah, that's an issue with Passover baked goods.
You don't want the end to be skimpy, right? You want everybody should have a fair piece.
With lots of chocolate chips.
Okay.
So this is what they look like. And they're going to go into the oven for 20 minutes, and then we'll be back to taste. Can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, they say you should cut it immediately.
Cut immediately? Does it say we should eat it immediately?
Well, if you can hold it, you can eat it.
That works. Okay, we're going to get these in the oven.
Okay, you ready to go in the oven? All right, let me get out my oven mitt and see if they're ready. They need to be golden brown. Turn off the alarm. Ooh, not quite. Almost. They're brown around the edges a little bit. Let's give it another 3 minutes. All right, let's check it again. 3 minutes passed by. Let's see. I'm gonna say they're done.
That works.
Cancel.
Oh, they look so good.
Can you see? I'm gonna put it on the stove here because it has to cool. And it says we were supposed to cut it right away, so let me leave my mitt on and get a knife.
I'm looking in her house for a knife like I know where it is.
I guess we have to cut it when they're warm so that way they don't crumble. I'm gonna have to hold my hand on it.
Sure you don't want to wear your oven mitt?
It's gonna crumble. Am I making them too thick, Jessi?
I don't think you can ever make them too thick. Are you allowed to dunk them in coffee on Passover?
Sure.
I think the people who have the school of thought that you don't get your matzah wet are also probably not making matzah meal into other things.
So for those of you that don't know, when you make mandel bread not for Passover, you slice them and then you put them back in the oven. But the Passover mandel bread does not call for that. So I'm
I wonder if they think if it would get too dry.
because it is already baked twice, we said, right?
That's true.
I'm going to do on the angle this time. chips, it doesn't let go.
Don't burn yourself.